Hi, my name's Shawn Shaler. That's my friend Chris Ford, aka The Objective Geek of YouTube and Twitter fame. Welcome to Avatar The Last Podcasters. We're going to go a little truncated this evening. I'm going to talk through some news and maybe watch a trailer, I think. Or whatever else Chris tells me to do, to be honest. But before we do that stuff, Chris, how you doing?
Whatever. Celtics are about to wait a minute. Celtics are about to win their 1
19th.
second. Um, Most NBA championships.
I think 19.
I think they're about to win their fifth.
Since post
No,
bill.
we don't count that.
But they're about to
They're
win
about
their
to,
second in the
they're
past
sixth.
decade.
Sorry, they're sixth.
Second in the past
Uh,
decade. Has it been a
no,
decade
no,
since previous? Was that
no.
oh 08? Like,
2008, Shawn.
yeah, that was like 16 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been a really boring finals, but I said all those mean things, and then last night at least they made the game interesting at the end. But as more of a not teamless, I have teams I like better and worse, but I've not been fond of watching this NBA finals, but it happens. It happens.
Oh
Eh,
no, I'm sorry. 17. They're both tied for 17. Well, no, I take that back as a Lakers fan. The Celtics have 7.
they, I agree with your general premise. It just feels really harmful to the reputation of an extremely great basketball player. But I understand what you're getting at, and that's fine. And your recency statements all make perfect sense to me. Also, I'm on board with those, but I'm also not really part of that conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway,
It's funny. Golden State has the third most
that's weird.
championship. All
That's
right.
wild. How
Granted, they
It's a
have
much
7.
smaller number.
They have
Yeah.
7 as well. Although I don't know when they won their. They could have also
I bet they
won.
won some pre whatever that cutoff that you're using that I don't remember. I bet they won one or two pre that. But don't quote me, but I bet. Interesting though. I don't. If I had to pick a team, I still think I'd pick the Thunder just for closeness. I think it's cool that Oklahoma City is sustaining a major professional sports franchise. I think that's great. So I guess I'd pick the Thunder. And then they do a lot with a little in terms of budget, and that's I don't know. That's the kind of team that I tend to like across sports. So I guess I'd pick the Thunder. But next year, maybe for the Thunder or the Wolves, look like they might get better. Also, we'll see. We'll see. Chris, you
Yeah.
said you
Anyway, whatever.
you
Yeah, news.
said you had some Avatar news to discuss, and I've been kind of
Avatar.
absent from the internet today, so it's gonna be literal news to me.
All right. Uh, Casting call has gone out for Toph Bay Fong. That is the biggest Avatar news this past week, probably 2 days ago. Like this is like official. This isn't like so and so and so and so. This is like a person that works for the Netflix Avatar, and another person who also works Netflix Avatar retweeted it that the casting calls out.
Awesome.
So that is the biggest news. I will read the casting call. It says.
It's like a storybook reading, but it's a casting call. I dig it.
Avatar: The Last Airbender open casting search seeking the role of Toph. Character is mid to late. I'm going to read the whole thing and then we'll dive in
Sounds great.
because there's some things here that I have. Well, not the whole. Anyway, character is mid to late teens, blind, female, Asian. She is sassy, confident, and unfiltered. For most of her life, her strength and formidable earthbending skills have been suppressed. But now, on the run as the Avatar's earthbending master, she is uninhibited to become the fierce warrior she believes she is inside. Dance and/or martial arts experience a plus. Shooting anticipated for fall 2024. Actors who are blind or low vision are encouraged to submit. To submit, please submit. Please email dtcopencall@gmail.com with a recent picture, resume, Darn it, my thing went blank. Or a one paragraph bio along with your name, phone number. Please feel free to share any lived experience with blindness, low vision, if you are comfortable doing so. We are committed to inclusive diversity. And then you start doing
The
the
real fast disclaimer talk.
yeah. Pay for the foregoing role will be governed by the currently effective UBCP and SAG-AFTRA collective bargaining agreement as applicable with us for
That was actually no, that was really solid. That sounded right. Like just a little bit. I think you do that more with like prescription drugs, where it
Yeah,
has to be
yeah,
audible to some degree, but it's not really. It's not
yeah.
really audible. But
Side
regardless,
effects.
uh,
Wait, what?
hey, I mean, it sounds like a few big takeaways in there, right? I'm just going to call out the first two things that I heard that stood out a lot to me, which is shooting will start in fall 2024. That's cool. And
That is very exciting. I didn't expect them to begin. Fall is like the next season. We are in summer. That's kind of crazy, actually.
mhm,
Like fall's only beginning. Shooting will probably begin, if I had to guess, late October, early November.
that sounds good to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure,
But
fall. I would say, if you asked me to guess, I'd say mid October, but I'd have to Google it. I don't really.
oh, where I think fall starts. I mean, fall is definitely. Although I think we should officially change the seasons. The seasons are like, well, once officially because they're, I don't know. There's like a day in there. It's not like anyway. Month wise, the seasons are September. September, October, November is fall. So that's fine. That's well, there's some. What seasons do I have issues with? Oh, winter should be. Actually, I mean, I guess I think I'm fine with seasons. Or there's something in there. It's iffy.
I mean, I'm not fine with all seasons because winter sucks. But
Yeah.
as far as changing it, I just it sucks certain ways for us, but you can't change it based on our weather patterns because it'll be different for other
that is
people. But
that
winter
is true.
sucks. Where I'm a hot weather person. No,
Yeah.
that's right around the
Anyway,
corner. Yeah, that's great.
yeah, which means I mean we know that they've been in the writing rooms already and going over it. So it's really cool to see that they'll be beginning filming pretty soon here.
And then the second thing I saw that I assume you will probably call out or have commentary on as well is mid to late teens for Toph, right?
Yeah,
That's
Shawn,
just
and
aged up a
apparently,
hair.
I have a bigger issue than this than most people. Apparently,
Okay.
I got in little Twitter. I like to think nice, polite Twitter discussions, but one person was just like, "Hey, man, I think I'm good." Like, all right, whatever. Um, so mid to late teens bothers me because, and also I want to point out the actress. You can easily get probably up to a 20-year-old actress to play an early teens or teenage character.
Sounds good.
That's
Sounds right.
that's not what, yeah. I'm completely fine with that. Or get a kid. Doesn't matter. What I'm concerned about is that they say the character herself is mid to late teens.
It says that right
So when
there.
I think yeah, character is
It's
mid to
very
late
literal. It's not right. Not
teens.
actress.
Yeah. So I I understand that they're aging up the characters in this next couple seasons, even though they haven't like officially said they're aging them up. I think there have been words and stuff that hey, we'll probably age them up because Sozin's also they were saying like Sozin's comet's not going to be a year because they're saying Sozin's comet isn't going to be a year long because they're worried about the ages of the kids and stuff. To me, I think that's I won't say that's dumb. I just think it's a lot of I think it's trying to do a lot of hard work to do something that's not going to it potentially could mess up the story just so you could say, oh, well, it makes sense that these characters look this age. I'm complete like you're making me believe I can believe that a 15-year-old kid is a 13-year-old. A 15-year-old kid is playing a 13-year-old kid. Like I don't that's never been a problem with me.
I lived through
These are
the I lived through the Harry Potter movies where, by the end of the eighth one, These are just fully fledged midlife crisis level age people. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
going
And
to
also,
bother me that they don't look quite
yeah,
perfect.
but also I like part of Avatar's charm. I think is and part of the story is like the world has been at war, and it takes almost the innocence of youth to stop this cycle of war and hatred and stuff. And that's and you know you put your hope and future in the youth to lead the future. If they're freaking 17 and 18, like those are like adults.
Yeah.
um, but
The
so I think that's you go ahead, go.
part of what I like about Toph is that she's sort of an age appropriate antithesis to Aang in terms of outlook and things, right? And so I think if she's a lot older than Aang, maybe some of that charm goes out the window. I'm not going to overthink it.
Yeah,
Maybe it doesn't, but it's something I always appreciated
and
in
maybe,
the animated series.
yeah, and maybe I am overthinking a little bit. And a lot of people are saying like, hey, as long as she's the same age. Well, I think some people have responded to me in a somewhat kind of singing way, like she has to be the same age as Aang. One thing I'm like, okay, that's fine, but the one thing the actor is like 15, and one thing he could pull off 13
He
if
looks like a
very easily.
kid.
But even so, if he's 15, this is saying Toph is mid to late teens. That's not the same age as 15. That's to me, mid to late teens is 16 to 19.
When if you hear mid to late teen, my first thought is that could be because even though teens don't start till you're 13, which makes it tricky. But when I hear mid to late teens, my brain still says like 14 to 19 because I still think you're
Uh,
referring to the ages of 10 to 19, even though you're not a teen till you're 13. Now we're really
oh, because of the
now we're
well,
really
that's
overthinking
10,
it.
but that's in the teens.
We're
If I
dissecting the
said,
crap out of this.
yeah, when I think teens, I think it starts at 13. Hence, 13 and 14 would be early teens.
I
Like
don't.
when I was a teenager, I was not a teenager when I was 10, 11, or 12.
You weren't, but what else would you refer to that whole
Preteen.
decade as? No, but the whole
Oh, the whole deck. So that's interesting. I don't think
aughts
they're referring
is
to
the
that as that. But you're because you say your 20s and your 30s.
yeah. So
To me, it's split up. To me, childhood goes like you're a baby, you're a toddler, you're a kid, you're a preteen, you're a you're a teenager, you're an adult, or you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever. Like I inherently split the the 0 to 12 or the 0 to 20 into individual like 5 groups.
but you're really thoughtful. What if you just want to say 10 to 19? What do you call that? And I think I would still just call it teens.
But I never refer. That's my point. Like I've never thought of people between because that age group is so
It's wildly formative
vast.
across, yeah.
Like 10, 11 is way different than
That's grade school
17.
to
That's
college.
like
That's can't
that's such
feed
a
yourself to paying your own bills in a decade.
so I've really never even I can't say never, but I never dang it.
I th-
I typically never think about that time span as one entity. I break it up, but we are
if
diving into the
we are really digging, but if somebody walked in who is 14 and she looked like about right and she knocked it out of the park, they'd hire a 14-year-old tough. Absolutely, they would. But
I still think it's weird to put mid to late teens.
it
Even if we
is
want to say,
just say
even want to
teens.
say, yeah, just say teens.
Just say
That,
teens. Why you
yeah,
gotta imply that you would prefer the latter half?
yeah. Or you would even accept the latter half. You would even portray the character as 17 or 18 or 19. That's what's confusing me. And also, it's not just that I'm worried about because this show. I love the show. I do. I really do. But I will. It has a constant theme of overthinking things
It
to
sure
try and make it
does.
make sense. to like okay, so I think to myself, why would they say like, oh, Toph could be in her late teens? Maybe because they want to be like, all right, well, she's the greatest earthbender ever. How can a little girl be the greatest earthbender ever? Okay, well, maybe we'll make her a little older, and that will make it make more sense on film. So to me, again, I possibly thinking too much into this, but this might be a microcosm of a larger thing that this show does. Is that to make things make sense, they change up some elements. I'm like, you didn't have to
Pun
change that
intended.
element.
The no, I think that's a tremendous guess. All of our qualms, not all of them, most of them have come from things like that, where it's like, you know, you guys thought just a little bit too hard about that thing.
Yeah,
So yeah, I can see how that'd be the case. But hey, submit your audition and go be Toph because that's really cool.
yeah. The other thing, which so they said that actors who are blind or low vision are encouraged to submit. That
Awesome.
doesn't mean that they're definitely going for someone
Hmm.
who is blind or low, but it would be. I'm not the type of person that one thing. Let me first say that uh, representation is absolutely important, and I would love it if they found a great person with vision disability to portray Toph. I'm not in. I don't have enough experience or exposure to people who are visually impaired to even like think like, oh yeah, they could perform, they could act in a physical space and perform even fake martial arts or real martial arts and be directed in a way. And that's granted that's because of my limited understanding and experience with them. Maybe there are actors and stuff who can do it. And man, that would be freaking awesome if they are. And I'm sure it takes a little bit more of a different approach or anything like that. But that would be freaking cool. And I mean, I hope that they do find someone who could portray Toph, who is, you know, visually impaired.
I'm super comfortable with the way that they worded it. Right.
Yeah,
Hopefully they have a vast candidate pool in that people with various levels of visual impairment apply, and then they pick the best from that group. You know, that's I the way they worded it is great, and I think that'd be really neat. I can't say that I can
yeah,
think of any actors or actresses that have heavy visual impairments. I'm not sure.
yeah. And if they hire someone who does not have any type of impairments, I would be fine with that as
Yeah,
well. I wouldn't be like, oh no, they can't
I,
hire this person.
yeah. The way that their casting call is written up there is very appropriate in my opinion. So
Yeah,
cast a wide fair net and pick the best one.
yeah. Um, speaking of her description, I think it's pretty dead on. I just hope she doesn't cuss. I feel like she's gonna cuss. It says she is sassy, confident, and unfiltered. I have a weird thing with curse words and just that they're unnecessary most of the time, and I don't think it fits in the Avatar world. Uh, it says for one thing, and this is me nitpicking. Put this under a nitpick. For most of her, for most of her life, her strength and formidable earth-bending skills have been suppressed. That's true. I wouldn't go. Suppressed is kind of a hard
Suppressed means
word.
like to me that's like forcibly kept down, but in reality, this is more like
They just
hidden,
didn't know.
voluntarily
Yeah,
hidden on her part, right?
yeah, yeah.
Kind of
That
a
just might
strange
be how
word.
you define the word suppressed. But anyway, but now on the run, it's funny because Toph never feels like she's on the. I mean, she is on the run,
No,
but
that's
doesn't. Anyway,
that caught me initially too. That's a weird way to word that.
yeah.
Maybe
Which
they're
makes
gonna
me think
pitch the
that
bounty hunting angle a little harder.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
maybe
didn't mean
they're
to
going.
say.
No, I like that. No, thank you for. I wasn't saying. I was just about to say that Shawn. He's
Shut up.
no. I'm just agreeing.
I did think that the way that they worded that part was different than I would have,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
intentionally.
could be interesting. Uh, the one part that again, this is a very nitpick. She is on the run as Avatar's Earthbeam Master. She is uninhibited to become the fierce warrior she believes she is inside. This kind of feels like a maybe just because I love this movie, Mulan esque. Because to me, Toph doesn't believe. But to me, this seems like a person with higher aspirations. Like, oh, I want to be a warrior. To me, Toph is like, I am the baddest mother you ever seen. I just said I don't want to curse. Don't want to curse. Um,
She probably will, though. I feel like they're gonna
but
try too hard to make her cool. It's
yeah.
making me nervous the
Uh,
more I think about it.
yeah. Anyway, become the fierce warrior she believes she is inside. That just seems a little too, I don't know, Disney esque.
It does. It does.
But again, that is a nitpick.
That might even be less than nitpick. That might just be us. Like, hey, that's like a flowery way to word like tough.
Yeah.
Tough would be instead of become. It'd be more like proving, I guess. I don't know how to
Yeah.
if
Yeah. Like
that's that she believes she inside. No, like she doesn't uninhibited to become. No, she would just be like, no, I'm already guns blazing. It's more just
yeah.
about like using it and doing it
Like
and proving it.
yeah. Yeah.
This make,
I
but
wonder will they use the Earth Rumble stuff? I'm
I hope
curious.
so. I hope so so much, and I
It's
hope Mick Foley
so.
shows up. It's gonna be great.
I think Roman Reigns. I think the idea, considering everything, Roman Reigns would be the best person to play the boulder.
Do you mean
He's
former Georgia Tech defensive tackle Roman Reigns? Fun fact there, if you're interested. Anybody? I love football and I miss football.
um he's in with the Rock,
Yeah.
which is the same stuff. He could look the part.
Mm-hmm.
Um, also has he's a world renowned wrestler, and he's you can't get the Rock. Don't even bother asking the Rock. Honestly, he's the
No,
Rock. He's
not worth your time.
but
Okay, but
but
if Mick Foley were younger and in better shape, Mick Foley has never been in shape. But if he were younger and in better shape,
he
be
was
amazing.
never been.
That's
Thing is,
not
he's
his thing.
being in shape. I have to go look up a picture of young McFoley if he was ever in
I
shape.
think he was.
Probably not.
I'm saying this because I believe he would be the first to tell you this, but he was probably always the weird fat kid.
Oh,
And
without a
I'm
doubt.
certain that he would be the first person to
You
describe
don't.
himself that way.
You don't. You don't. You don't become a WWF legend of like three or four different personas who just risk his body jumping off of stuff and being a normal kid.
You
I
don't.
don't.
You don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's freaking crazy. They don't do
Dude,
stuff like that anymore for good
no, they
reason.
don't. Dude Love was the worst. Cactus Jack was underappreciated.
Mankind, of course, is the
Yeah,
best.
that's the right answer.
Like
That's
cool mask, great weird character design, like a button-up shirt and
yeah.
a mask, and then the sock. Dude, Love was the absolute
It
worst.
was the worst of his. But listen, you work through some bad ones and you find one that sticks, and that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's about it. I
Love you,
think.
Mick Foley.
I don't think he is great.
He's
He is
great.
great.
Yeah.
The boot.
The boulder is conflicted.
Uh, anyway.
Is
Um,
Was there an
yeah.
additional
I think
piece of news, or do you want to do some trailer watching?
oh, well, that is the distribution news I was gonna talk about.
Oh, cool.
Is
Take us to the
is the
news.
trailer? I think there's plenty of stuff to talk about in this here trailer.
Awesome.
And Sean's gonna watch it right now. I've already watched the trailer. I should be clear, is for the upcoming mobile game. Don't know when it's released, but it's now available for pre-order on Apple products. Boo Apple.
Gross. God, we might be the one podcast in the world that's like 100% anti-Apple. Anyway,
um, it is Avatar Realms Collide. I accidentally typed in my notes Avatar Realms Collude. It's like realms are colluding with each other.
colluding implies that they're kind of getting along. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah,
So,
gonna have some
did
ethnic scandal.
did we?
Anti
It's the most boring version of Monopoly of all time, Avataropoly.
collusion. If almost look right. If there was like, say, if we could go get resources from another universe that's just plentiful over there and they don't really need, and like different companies were colluding with each other to oversaturate the markets of the other universe and
As
control
they
and stuff.
do, as they do.
Yeah,
This sounds like a Marvel movie that I don't want you to say too loud because it's going to become a Marvel movie.
yeah.
I guess,
Anyway.
did we tell people we're going to have a person on the show to discuss this mobile game?
Yeah,
Did we announce
yeah.
that?
I put
Okay,
it out
cool.
there.
I saw you post. I
Yeah.
thought saw you posted it on Facebook. Did we talk about it out loud on the show?
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah. So we are going to have a guest from the marketing team, I think,
I believe it's from the marketing team.
of the mobile game in mid to late July, and he's going to come on and talk to us, who, admittedly, yes, gamers, admittedly, no, not mobile gamers, about this game, and I think that's kind of cool. That's the whole announcement there. Chris, let's watch a trailer though. I haven't watched this trailer yet.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna pull it up, and then I'm gonna.
Fees or
Oh,
minimums?
Oop, yeah, I'm gonna get through this commercial.
that guy.
And no overdraft fees.
The Capital One guy.
Recent banking with Capital One
Yeah,
is
he
an
has an
easier
annoying
decision
voice.
than this.
He,
There.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What if he's secretly the guy who's gonna be working? Who's gonna be on the
Oh,
podcast?
well, then maybe my
Sorry.
voice would be still the second most annoying voice in the podcast. You tell me. You, I think I mentioned this one time, but that I recorded that video with Austin, and Austin Tabor, and I was wildly impressed. Like, he just has a great, like, for a guy who's never done anything like that before, he just has an easy to listen to voice, and it made me very
And
jealous. But
no, and it's clear
it is
and it enunciates well.
unforced.
And
It
yeah,
doesn't
it
feel like
is.
he's pushing or anything. It just is loud
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. No, f that guy. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
F that guy. I was super jealous. All right, I'm ready to click play when you are.
All right.
In a time of peace and harmony between nations, a sinister threat emerges in the heart of the continent. The temple of
I love
Korra is
animated.
expected to
I miss animation.
Oh man, that's what I really want to talk about. The animation looks great. That just looks like it's from
Does.
Legend Core, admittedly. Um, I'm sorry, the intro just looks like it's from Legend Core. I guess it's not actually. I'm gonna look at it, but the animation looks so good.
Does. I'm gonna say it's. Well, yeah. No, that looks great.
I get the Aang part.
There's Aang. What's he doing? He's fighting.
Looks like he's doing a Kamehameha.
Oh, he is. There
Which
it is. There it is.
Yeah.
There he shoots it. Kamehameha.
And then,
Father Glowworm. Okay.
yeah. One thing, we got our first look at our first like official look at Father Glowworm.
Canonical
Like
look at Father Glowworm.
yeah, he's like so just in your imagination. You sort of gotta think about it. But this trailer excites me. Like for a couple things. One, Father Glowworm being coming back, and we should say this story is not canon. It can't be canon because it takes stuff from different time frames, which I don't mind. I like other offshoot world stuff we just
Interpretations.
talked about. Yeah. But for Father Glowworm to come back from the Kyoshi novels, like he was a freaking creepy spirit, and like he seemed powerful. So it's really cool to see him come back and see exactly what he's capable of.
I'm excited by the animation in the trailer. and by the prospect of having all of our favorite characters in one place. I'm not excited that at no point in that trailer did I take away what I would be doing or how I would be interacting with this mobile game.
No,
Not it tells me nothing, and I know that they do these kind of trailers all the time, but it's like it's a what do you call it, a pet peeve. That's pet peeve level stuff of when I see a trailer about a game, but it's like what
it's just how
kind
the
of
game's.
game is
I
it?
think it's one of those games where it's a strategy slash baby
Like a
RPG.
tactical
Yeah.
RPG or strategy RPG. Maybe, I don't know, Chris. The trailer did not tell. But the animation's really exciting. It looked great on screen. Seeing Aang in high def, right? That's exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. I am. The thing that also excites me the most is because this was absolutely done. At least it seems like it with in stride with Avatar Studios, and so I feel like this. I'm not saying that Avatar needs to be anime, but this looks more anime in its movement and stuff. And so I wonder, is this indicative of what we're gonna get in the upcoming Avatar movie?
The
Like, are they kind of testing their waters of like, all right, how do we do this animation? Get used to it. Like the fights, little fight scenes we saw looked great. The animation itself looked good, looked more anime esque, which I don't mind.
I think I'm indifferent. I think it looked great here. Fun fact: I want to say it's Mega Man X1, where you can unlock a Kamehameha as a
No,
move. Yeah, fun fact. And what did I think? Oh, by more anime, it felt like I don't know how to describe it, but I'm going to try and say that their motions were bigger, like more pronounced. And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that could be more anime, or that could also just be more video gamey, right? Like if it's a video game cutscenes and stuff, like it wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know. I'm curious. They have me at least curious to want to go Google and figure out what the hell kind of game I'm going to be playing.
That's an interesting point. Because the fights in Avatar are far more personal, far more constricted. Like,
Contained, maybe?
yeah, and contained also. Like, they each arm movement was purposely choreographed and filmed and sent over as reference for the animators to do. Like, it's so restricted in a good way. Um, that you really don't have big, huge, wide kind of action beats. The only ones we got were in the finale, really.
Well,
Um,
it feels real, right? Like there's not a lot of sort of
yeah,
exaggerated for no reason movement. It's like, oh, I
yeah.
can see the real grounded, the grounded in reality nature of the animation.
hmm Like doing a Kamehameha does not feel like an Earthbender move. Like Earthbender move to me is more like I don't know, more I don't know. Kamehameha, maybe Kamehameha just feels sort of rudimentary to me because it's what every kid does after they watch Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
is they
that's the
do
thing.
the yeah. Um, Nonetheless, it looked cool, and I am excited for well, one is just a trailer. But I'm excited to see if Avatar Studios changes kind of their approach to some of it. Just different kind of interpretation.
I would say that at a bare minimum, a video game is a welcome place for bigger, more exaggerated action by all means. So yeah, let's have it. Let's let's get a gameplay trailer next time, maybe.
I
I
don't think
don't.
this is the type of game that gets a gameplay trailer.
It isn't. I don't. You know what? No, I do know why. It's because I'm a very discriminating customer when it comes to video games, and like I bypass bad Avatar games pretty frequently, unfortunately. So I just want to know what I'm getting into. That's all. That's all. I still haven't bought what do you call it, Quest for Balance. And I've seen it on
Yeah.
$20 twice, and my number keeps going lower. Like first it's like I'll get it $20, then it's $20. I'm not getting that for $20. And
I haven't and haven't played a single bit of it.
All-Star Brawl is down to $20, and I did think about, after what we talked about like 2 weeks ago, I did think about getting that for $20, but it's code in a box. I'm not going to do $20 code in a box. But
It is. I think it's a little bit better. Still a little stagnant, but I had fun the last
Yeah.
time I played it.
and that's, hey, but $20 of and it's an improvement. That would be worth it to me. I would have done it if it wasn't code in a box. Obviously, I don't discriminate very well with Switch games. So, Chris,
What is one more, Shawn? In the
what is
drop
one more?
in the
Well,
bucket?
if it's a code in a box, it's nothing to me. That's what it is. But if it's a
That's true.
$20 physical entity
You're not
that
even collecting anything.
can't be taken away from me, then I'm down. I own one code in a box, and it's Disney Dreamlight Valley, which my wife loves. Anyway, Chris, other news or final thoughts?
That's it.
Good. We will come back to you next week with a regular episode, regularly scheduled program, and it'll be great. And in the meantime, my name's Shawn. That's my friend Chris Ford, aka. Wait, hold on. That's my friend Chris.
No,
I can't put my little. It's funny because on my screen it's backwards. So we just look stupid. Sometimes after if I'm playing softball on not my Monday league, because it's a hair more serious is the wrong word, but like I don't know, more of a genuine softball experience. But Tuesday's a little more relaxed, and there's more nerds on my team. So on Tuesdays, if I hit the ball really well, sometimes I'll Kamehameha at the dugout. This is Avatar: The Last Podcasters. Leave us comments, likes, reviews that are positive. That makes us feel real good. Hearts, bells, thumbs ups, whatever it is. Leave us those positive interactions. We appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. I make it sound like Monday League is like sacred or competitive or something. It's not. It's just a different crowd reading the room.